We're going to begin with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth on the count of 3. We're going to do it together. And when we breathe in the nose, we're going to breathe in peace. And this peace is simply the peace that is always here. It's not a peace you have to go out into the cosmos and find and bring back to yourself. Simply the peace that is here hiding behind all of our words, thoughts, feelings, and actions. This peace that is a representation of the presence felt within. So that's what we're going to breathe in. And when we breathe out the mouth, we're going to breathe out the mind. And that simply means the smaller self, the self that has all of these stories and things that we don't necessarily want to bring into a meditation. And so for a moment, we will free ourselves from the mind and breathe it out. On the count of 3, in with peace. 1, 2, 3, in and out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. Let's start by bringing our awareness to just the natural weight and feeling of the body, without paying too much attention to our preferences of what the body should feel like, but just taking notice of what it feels like to have a body. Do not entertain thoughts about the body, but instead become a witness, a silent witness, being one with the truth of what it is like to have a body. As you observe, your breath may slow down, your body may adjust itself in various ways. But what we are trying to do here is simply allow life to take care of life for a moment. And so we're just observing. And as you observe, the truth is your awareness is enough to begin the relaxation. Your awareness is enough to maintain relaxation. Becoming aware of the tongue posture and the jaw, you can just watch it relax. Becoming aware of the eyebrows and the nose bridge, you just watch it all relax. Becoming aware of your cheekbones and the space in between your ears. Just watch. And becoming aware of your collarbone, your shoulder blades, and the place between where your neck meets your chest. Just watch it all relax. Becoming aware of the space around your heart and lungs. Moving down through your lower back and your belly. And just observe. Again, we're not thinking about these places or trying to use mental effort to make them relax. Your awareness is enough. And in fact, your awareness is the way. And so bringing our awareness to our kidneys, down through our hips, through the rest of the pelvic region into the root of your energy centers. Just watch. Watch without the watcher. Being aware. It's not about noticing one thing after another through time. Instead, being aware is about being here now with the truth of the moment, whatever that may be. So being aware of body, you may come to realize that what is aware of body is not the body. What is aware of body is not in the body. And so I invite you to be aware of your mind in the very same way. Go within. Being aware of self in total mindfulness. Whatever thoughts may appear, allow them to be secondary to the awareness that picks them up. Thoughts of desire of some kind, feelings of sensations, the movement of energy. All of these things happen within the mind. yet the awareness remains still. The awareness remains now. You need not stop thinking. Simply detach. Become uninterested in the thoughts. And they will disappear before you without your effort, one by one. Shining the light of your conscious attention upon the mind and thoughts in this way has a way of slowing thoughts down and it is said that the more you relax into the silent witnessing of your mind, the closer you become to existing without the mind, which simply means without thought being attached to you. And when you are without your mind, you are with God. And as you may have already noticed, that which bears witness to the mind is not in the mind. For the various images, movies, sounds, and energies, they move about and do their dance, coming from nowhere and returning very shortly to nothingness, as the witness remains the same. Be so efficiently here that any thought and feeling that shows up is already too late. So still and relaxed that any movement of energy is already too late. Hold no self-image. Just be. Not even your memory is needed here. Being aware of yourself, all kinds of things may come to the surface. But the invitation here is to be disinterested, not to fight them or try and stop them from coming. Being aware of awareness itself, in the now. This is meditation. Merging oneself with the heart of pure being. In this, we can come to understand what life really is. Life is lived in the now. And that which witnesses one's own life is not in the life. You are life. Being the witness of body, you are not the body. Being the witness of mind, you are not the mind. Being the witness of time passing, you are beyond time. Being the witness of your story, you are beyond this. It does not mean throw the story away. It means you are you before, during, and long after your story. All thoughts are based in the past. You are not in the past. All energy movement is responding to the past. You, as the witness of energy moving, you are beyond energy. Again, do not think about these words. Be here. Be still. And know. Billions and billions of thoughts come and go before one silent, unchanging witness. Sometimes the thoughts are racing, other times they are quite peaceful. All of them temporary. Before the eternal self. In just a moment, we will take our final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're going to be breathing in peace, breathing out the mind to invite this energy, this space beyond energy, to be with us consciously throughout the day. But before we do, just take a moment to really be here. And on the count of 3, we will go in with peace and out with the mind. 1, 2, 3. In and out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. I invite you to bring some life back into your muscles and joints. Some blood flow and whatnot. If you haven't moved your legs in a while, and ankles, wrists, maybe your shoulders. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I always give some space for us to talk about what our experience was like, and if there was anything that came up that you may want some clarification on, or you just kind of want to share about your own experience, or anything like that. And of course, I like to know, as the guide, how things went for you personally. And that's yeah. The meditation has concluded.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
For sure, for sure. Um, yeah, how are you guys? Oh, and I'm dropping the donation information in the chat in case anyone would like to make a love donation. There's the info, and be greatly appreciated. It's very helpful for um, things like this, of course.
I feel very relaxed. Um, didn't have a lot of thoughts racing through my mind. Was able to just be still, and and it was almost as if anything came up, you know how you swipe your phone,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's how quickly it would. When you said to to forget it, to forget about it, or to not care about it, or pay
Mm-hmm.
attention to it, or something like that. It just
Mm-hmm.
that's how it just would go away like that. But it was very relaxing, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Good, 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 good. That's great. Yeah. I think the word I was using is disinterested, but yeah,
Right, that's right. That was it. Yes.
it's kind of like turning away without trying to push it away. It's just bring yourself inward, not away from the thought, just inward.
I like that you said not away from the thought, just inward, because I I found certain pieces of awareness come up that felt kind of revelatory at the same time as I still felt like, oh, and that's it. Like just oh, and just swipe. I like that you gave that visual too of the swipe, Jackie, because I just felt like I was kind of swiping the thoughts to the side, but some of them I felt like, oh, it felt like it was revealing something that maybe I could want to explore more thought around, but didn't feel attached to in that moment. It just, I don't know. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I'm kind of curious as maybe, and you don't have to share, or whatever, but
Uh huh.
what some of these things were that were like revealing, revelatory. I never heard that before.
Did I make that up?
Oh, I
um,
don't know. I
no, but
believed
it
it.
was
I was.
it was just I guess for me personally, it was things that maybe I had been feeling heavy about. And in this moment, I had a piece of awareness about it that allowed me to just it was just like I can't really explain it other than just like finding a little bit more peace with some of the things. Like a
Okay.
piece of awareness came up that showed me another side of a perspective that I hadn't realized before, that kind of was like, oh yeah, but that's like, I didn't feel attached to it.
Mhm.
I just felt like lighter from it, and then I just let it go. Like it didn't matter. It was nice though at the same time as I was able to just kind of let it go. Does that make sense?
Ashe, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just let
Yeah.
it go.
Sure. Ashe indeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was really, I just really enjoyed all, like, just your voice is soothing and the background music and the birds chirping and a little bit of drip drops.
The little bit of drip drops.
It's just so really relaxing. Thank you for this.
Thank you all for being here. I mean, half the space is me, half the space is you guys. Without you guys, there's no space. Thank you. And I mean, you know, I don't write the stuff down that I say, so really, we're all co-creating the space together. Whatever connects us all is what drives what the guidance does. You know, it kind of does it through me, but it's not me doing it in a way. Kind of like how when I write music, it's kind of just done through me.
The space is set and you show up and the spirit moves.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
For me today, can you hear me? Am I okay? It was strange in a sense where all of a sudden I got a headache.
Okay. That happens. But what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then it just shot from the bottom of my neck straight up to my temple, and it was just, and I'm like, what is going on? First, my tablet died, and then I had to run to the office and get on the computer, and then I just said, this is not happening, so I kind of pushed through it, and then all of a sudden it left. It was strange, and now I feel nothing, but for some reason it was, and I'm like, what is that? But first time that has ever happened.
You know, and I'll just say for clarification too, that this is common. When you come to a space, especially since you've come, a few times, when you start to build trust with a space, where you can just let go of yourself, because we store in our bodies every emotional response that we have, every stress response that we have, everything, right? Positive, negative, doesn't matter. It gets stored in our cells. And so in meditation, things that sometimes things need to be like burped out, but it's not just gas. So sometimes it comes up in the form of headache. Sometimes people get a feeling like, in deep meditation, they get this feeling like I thought I was gonna die, and different extremes of, and lighter things happen as well, but it's just different burping out of what's stored inside. You squeeze an orange, you get orange juice. You squeeze a lemon, you get lemon juice. When you squeeze us, by sort of showing the mind its own unreality, the mind gets a little scared and it'll start bringing up things that will keep you attached to your story, to your personhood, to your smaller self. And this could be things that feel like desire. They could be things that feel like pain. They could be things that feel like a more like resentment or regret type of feeling. But it's like, yeah, if you can, there's a time to sort of muscle through it, and then there's also a time to sort of go with it for a moment, but mindfully, right? Because we had pain thresholds and things, so we sometimes you just go with it. Some people get like a itch on their head, and it won't go away for the entire meditation, and then once we start talking again, there's no scratching. Stuff like that happens all the time, and so
It was really weird because even breathing, I felt like I was short of breath.
yep.
It was so strange. And then it was the breathing, and then all of a sudden I got a headache. I was like, "What is happening right now?" Um, and
And
then
none of it's here right now, you say.
no, nope.
Happens all the time. I don't know what it is, but it's just what makes sense to me is that it's working its way out, because when you sit in silence, you also store that, and you come from silence, right? When the sperm hit the egg, it was not a whole lot of words there. It just was life doing life, and so, and before you learned how to think in words, what was your language? Silence. Silence is where we come from. Silence is where we return. And so when you become silent consciously in meditation, or even some forms of prayer where it's like a deep prayer, and you're praying without like using words in the mind space, things like that come up, and they come up, and they need to come up. Invite it. Say,
Because
come on back.
remember Friday when I was on with you. Remember, I told you I was thinking about what email I had to do, and all of these thoughts.
I do.
That didn't happen today.
Yeah.
It was just a physical thing this time.
Yeah.
So for once, my head, I was able to keep it quiet, and then I started having, breathing problems and headaches. So,
I don't know if you were here, but one time, my friend Javon, he was on with us, and he always brings his grandma to the space. And Javon's grandma has the most bizarre experiences here at meditation. Yeah, my mom is nodding her head because she was there. She knows. One time she said it felt like her face became like a rectangle. This is what she said. This is what she said. It was like my face was like a rectangle. And it was just like my eyes and my mouth. And it was just like I was just like a rectangle. And I was like, what is this? But it was really relaxing. I was like, okay.
I do remember that now.
You remember?
Yes.
And another time, same woman, like she said, she just started. She said I said something like in the guidance, and she just started crying. And she wasn't sad. There wasn't like oh, I'm in the presence of God and I'm just so emotional. There was none of that. She just started crying. Just so things come up and come out in meditate. Like I said, when we're conscious on purpose, because the mind fears its own unreality. It wants to stay the boss, but that's why we do things like this. That's why spirituality and healthy eating and all of these things are about letting go of what the mind gets attached to, right? I often wonder, this is going to be a little rant, a little tangent. What do they call it? Anyway, this is going to be a little extra, but I often wonder why things that taste really good, like sugar, corn syrup, starchy foods, meat, whatever, things that taste really good, cheese, are like the worst for you. And then things that taste like really bitter, like really, really bitter, like certain herbs and medicinal herbs and stuff, are like the best for you. Why is that? And I think that I'm learning, especially through my meditation journey, that it's because you're supposed to sort of get attached and then learn how to detach consciously on your way, sort of on your way back towards silence. And you know what that means. So, you know, it's a journey. It's a journey. This letting go of yourself stuff.
Nate can bear witness to that, because you did I mean, what you did was just amazing. You know how you were able to let go of exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. Shout out to Nay's food journey. Shout out.
Mhm.
And Ursula also shared in the chat um, that something similar also happens with yoga. Sometimes stored emotions in the muscles will cause deep emotional responses as people go through certain postures. And, you know, like I've experienced that if I do like a cleanse, whether it's a juice cleanse or if I'm just like bringing more attention to the present moment, especially starting out, there'd be a lot coming up. Like I don't even feel these emotions normally. Why is this happening? And even physical things might come up, kind of like in a healing journey. It's like if you have uh everybody got some junk in the pipe, you know, the pipes kind of get a little clogged, and then you know when you start to bring the water through, like the presence to the moment, then it takes a little bit to, there's like a pushing, there's some resistance, there's like some friction that happens in
Yeah.
order to bring everything clear through the pipe. So it's like in the healing journey, that it's not just, oh, I started and then I'm straight to peace and no
Yeah.
nothing,
Yeah.
as opposed to peace is what I'm experiencing. um it has to bring it up in order for you to heal it, you know. So
Speak that.
whatever comes, it's something that it still can't touch the truth of who you are, no matter what does come. And yeah, it just shows you a little bit more about
Yourself,
your, I was gonna say your strength, but
which is
more than that.
yeah. So okay. So we're about 10 minutes over time. Thank you so much for being here and coming and bringing your whole selves and sharing vulnerable stuff and sharing in this conversation afterwards. Um, as you all know, with our the replays of these meditations are all available in two different places. One of them is, I'll tell you now, since this is the family one, is temporary. That's the replay page that Tensi, if you can just drop that in the chat while I'm talking, the replay page. And then when that goes down, then the only other place you can get these is through one of our Thrive Club membership packages. So our digital membership will be where they are all found. And yeah, so all the replays are available for free right now, though, on the replay page. I think it's ufuluchild.com/meditation-replay. I think so. And there we go. So
And it's also in I was about to say a confirmation email, but that's for the Friday meditations. We
yeah,
include
Friday.
the link in there. Okay. So link is in the chat. Feel free to grab it, copy it so that you can paste it into your browser. And anytime you need a reset or a moment for yourself, feel free to take that.
Yep.
And I am so grateful to begin my day with all of you. So I'll take you with me. Thank you.
Same here.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Love
So
you.
much love.
Guys, bye.
Have a beautiful Sunday.
Bye.
Love.